Hi there folks, Gareth here, and this is a Logitech G610 Orion red mechanical keyboard for gamers. This is specifically crafted for gaming, and it features a special type of mechanical key that is almost analog and is pressure sensitive whenever you press it. Now, what makes this particularly interesting is that it is a low noise linear Cherry MX red mechanical keyboard, and I'm quite interested to see just how loud this is. It also has some funky things in that. It's got customizable lighting that can whip up and down it, and you can light up certain keys so that the whole keyboard is illuminated whenever you're gaming in the dark. That is of particular interest for me because I do a lot of writing at night in the dark, so having an illuminated keyboard, I'm interested to see just how well this does as an actual input device alongside maybe a bit of gaming on the side. It takes two AAA batteries, which are included in the box, and it costs £105. And we're going to take it out and have a look at it. But first off, we're going to have a quick look around the box. So we have the branding here, and it's got the Cherry MX Red written there. What's in the box? Well, we're about to find out. Over here we have it in different languages, and then serial numbers and stuff over the far end. Here we have technical specifications. It's quite difficult to pick up because it's light white and a light blue box. We have Cherry MX red switch keys. Actuation distance is 2mm. Actuation force is 45 grams. And total distance, or total travel distance, is 4mm. Physical specs, so if it fits on your desk, is that its length is 153mm, its width is 443mm, and its height is 34mm. So length being this bit here as opposed to that bit there. I always would have said that, that's how long it is, but what do I know? Alright, over this side, big brand. At the top, just a Logitech. And finally, along the back, we have a little bit of blurb about the Cherry MX Red. Cherry MX Red are standard in mechanical keyboards. Low noise, linear Cherry MX Red switches allow rapid fire actuation. Sounds very exciting. Bright LEDs. Control brightness with each of the keys individually to highlight hotkeys. Now this is a wired keyboard, and that's one thing that I'm not too chuffed about whenever it comes to keyboards, is that I'd love to have a nice wireless keyboard that had rechargeable batteries and things on it. Hopefully this will have some kind of option like that. Now I have a Corsair mechanical keyboard, and you might have heard on the podcast. Actually, I stopped using it a wee while ago because I had the previous version of this afterward. Now I think about it, the Corsair was very loud, and anytime I typed, if I had to look something up in the podcast, it interrupted the podcast greatly, and I had to press things very carefully, which meant typing was quite slow. Okay, so this is the keyboard. Initially, I'm thinking it's quite heavy. We have to be a manual here. It's various different languages, and it starts with French. So we have, oh no, it starts with English. There's only a couple of pages for English, but I guess it's just really plug it in. Oh, hold on a second. Do not use a USB hub. That's interesting. Try other USB ports on your computer. That's if it's not working. So it's advisable not to plug this into a hub. News to me, but I'm sure someone out there already knew that. Warranty information. And anything else in here? Nothing. Just an empty box. So the keyboard. out, and it's got a few features I've noticed already that I quite like. This keyboard wire is that anti-tangle stuff, or at least it's, well, not quite anti-tangle, but it's a lot more robust than your typical average keyboards. Very high quality there. And the keyboard cable length, which is always a pretty gnarly factor for most, because it's never long enough, is it? The keyboard cable length is, wow, that's 2 meters, maybe slightly more. That's a really long one. Then obviously at the end we have a USB with the Logitech logo on it, so you can quickly identify what exactly it is. And there's a keyboard there as well. How nice. So you know you're not randomly pulling things out of your computer in the hope that it's the keyboard. One simple, lovely gesture by Logitech. Well done, thank you. Okay, so the keyboard. We have the branding up here. Then we have some lights along here. There's number lock, caps lock, scroll lock. We have a joystick button. That's rubber and clicky. This is the lights, obviously, for the actual keyboard itself. Sound cut off, and some media keys to the right. There is also a volume rocker here, good large size so you don't miss it. So the mechanical keys, we are missing programmable keys on this keyboard, something that I've never actually used myself, but I know some people are fans of it. You can set it up for macros and smileys now as well. So the keys are quite loud, but not terribly loud. They're not as clicky-clacky as some other ones, and they might actually give off quite a satisfying collage of sounds whenever you're typing an awful lot. Yeah, okay. Okay, so everything is fairly nice to touch and type with. I don't mind it that much. It will be interesting once we get to the full review. I'll let you know exactly how well it is to type. I know these mechanical keyboards have more travel than a regular keyboard for tapping away, or even like a chiclet style keyboard on a laptop. You can't really bash things out as quickly as these because there's more travel in them. However, the feel of them is just nice enough that it might just be lovely. Okay, so along this side we have nothing. It is just plastic, fingerprinty plastic. Along the bottom is the same fingerprinty plastic. Along the side we just have the brand. At the top, nothing. There is where the cable goes in. Seems to be very, very well reinforced. That's sturdy. That's not going to break, because you do move your keyboard quite a bit, and this bit can go after a while. It can fray. That's a very good attempt at making a very sturdy connection. Yeah, quite impressed with that. Black plastic along here, nothing else. Now on the underside, there's a couple of tricks. We have this nice design here. Don't know if there's any purpose for that design, but it's a little bit more interesting than having black bland plastic. We have 5 rubber feet. There, and up in that corner. And then we have the legs, which are double-sided, or double-sized. So you can have it short, or you can have it tall, or you can just have it sitting down normally. And I'll try both of them and see what is the best configuration, I feel. Now, one thing that is missing is obviously a wrist rest. Obviously there are other buttons and things like that other people would prefer to have on their keyboard, but this is kind of it's nice to be able to go back to basics with this. You have the raw keys, nothing configurable, very little in the way of software required to be able to run it, because I know the G610 has a fairly hefty software package that comes with it, with game configurations, and you can download profiles for it, and has a little LCD screen here. This doesn't have that. which some people are going to be a wee bit put off by, but for the hardcore gamer, this is straight to the point. This is made for gaming, as they brag on the packaging. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in, have a go with it in day-to-day life and for hardcore gaming, and see what we come up with. So check back on the site in the next couple of weeks and we should have a full review for you. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care now.